Tuesday. You know what that means. Monday Night Football recap, new week preview here at Prime Sports World. Please like, share, and subscribe to the podcast if you like what we're doing here at Prime Sports World. On today's episode of the show, we're going to talk about week number 13, Monday Night Football. We're going to preview week number 14. I'm David On Point Huppin, my co-host, Mr. Matthew James, and from the Daily Blitz.blog, Mr. Christian Simpson. Happy Tuesday, gentlemen. Welcome into the show. How's everybody doing?
Doing good, and you?
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm doing okay. It's been an interesting weekend for sure.
Fighting a little bit of a stomach bug right now, but it's another good week. The Bears won, so
yeah, 100%. And hopefully everybody had a very nice Thanksgiving. You're able to spend some time with some family and friends. You got a couple of days off of work, so hopefully you're all feeling refreshed, feeling relaxed, heading down the stretch as we come down to wrap up 2025. But we're going to talk about the National Football League. We're going to talk about Monday Night Football, and let's talk about Monday Night Football. An absolute I don't know what else to call it. Beatdown by the New England Patriots, the hands of beat down the New York Football Giants, 33-15. This game wasn't even that close. For being just totally honest with you, Giants scored another touchdown in garbage time and down the stretch of this game. For the majority of this, it was a wire-to-wire victory for the New England Patriots as they were up 30-7 at halftime. Put up 3 more points in the fourth quarter with a field goal. Never looked back. Jackson Dart returned from injury, 17-24, 139 yards and a touchdown. Devin Singletary had that garbage time touchdown. Darius Slayton had a receiving touchdown for the Giants. On the other side, Drake May, another really strong performance for him, 282 yards, 2 touchdowns. Trevion Henderson, 11 for 67, and Keyshawn Boutte and Kyle Williams had the receiving touchdowns for the New England Patriots as they cruise to the easy victory over Christian's New York Football Giants. And all the people are talking about. Let's bring TJ into the show. What's up, TJ? And also another thing people are big time talking about this morning or this afternoon is that Younghoe Koo field goal attempt where he just kind of like it was just strange.
Dear Lord, like what? I'm still trying to figure out what happened there. I've been watching ESPN today, and
I think the snap was bobbled, and then it caused
the time to slow down.
It just threw off Younghoe Koo's timing, and he was basically forced to abort the kick. But it looks strange.
The reaction from Jackson Dart with that too.
Yeah, it was just
he's
strange.
Like, what the hell?
Also, ESPN, can you just not keep your games on ABC? I don't understand why all of a sudden you pick random ass games to not show on the ABC, the network. It's just annoying to just me. This is a first world problem for just me. I get it, TJ.
Or stop being cheap and just get a streaming service.
No, I'm just gonna continue with the cheap route.
We'll talk later because I gotta wait for you to watch it.
But yeah, the Patriots win. Just give me some thoughts on this game, Christian. I'll let you have the floor.
Yeah, I mean, New England did what they had to do. They were in cruise control. I mean, put the game away in the first half and just kind of chilled, kicked their feet up in the second half. The Giants are just one big old bowl of suck. There's no other way to put it. The fact that they were on national TV, knowing they're nothing but trash bags is absolutely egregious and beyond me. But no, New England's rolling right now. They're 11-2. The last time the Patriots lost a football game was week 3 this year.
Yeah, they won 10 straight
against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And in that game, I mean, they had 5 fumbles, so like a couple of them at the goal line. A game they could have easily won.
Yeah, and I mean, look, how could you not be impressed with what Mike Vrabel's done? I mean, this is a Belichick 2.0 type of team. They're clicking on all cylinders. They're doing their job. They're staying focused on the task at hand. And now it's time to prove it when it matters most. We know they're going to be a playoff team. They're probably going to win the AFC East because Buffalo was just too inconsistent for my liking. And yeah, that's pretty much everything I have to say about it.
I mean, on top of that, the Bills would have to win 3. The Patriots have to lose 3 games 3 in a row at some point down the stretch here. I just don't think that's going to be. I don't think that's going to be possible.
Yeah. I mean, they've been one of the more improved teams in the league this year. I expected them to be good, and I always reference this to TJ all the time. What's up, TJ? Um, I expected them to be good, but I didn't expect them to be this good.
No,
TJ.
I just want motherfuckers to keep the same energy. Like what they do with the Bears. Who have the Patriots beat that's worth a damn? Are they frauds? I don't hear people calling the Patriots frauds. Do you hear people calling the Patriots frauds, Christian? I don't.
No,
David, do you hear people calling the
no,
Patriots frauds?
no, I've
No.
seen it. I mean, look, the only win that really stands out to me from New England is when they went into Buffalo and beat the Bills on Sunday night. But no, I get the point that you're definitely making.
And even that win is kind of looking like, is it a good win? Is it
I mean, Buffalo's
like
still 8-4.
like you get what I'm saying? But like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not like it's a convincing 8-4 is what I'm getting at,
yeah.
David. Like the most convincing win they've had this season was was the last one they just had against Pittsburgh, where they literally ran the same play over and over again. And how do I know they ran the same play? Because TJ Watt came out and said they literally ran the same play over and over again, and we couldn't stop it. Like, he was absolutely dumbfounded.
I mean, their best win is probably going into Raymond James and beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home. Whatever you think about Tampa Bay now, but they were rolling at that time.
And they got to beat up.
I mean,
and they got to beat up Tampa Bay. Like,
but on top of that, I mean, yeah, TJ makes a good point. I mean, they don't have a quality win besides the Bills and.
Like,
I mean,
I'm not saying that to
receiver
shade
for
them.
Tampa at the time.
I'm not saying that to
I don't
shade
know.
them. I'm saying that because I want the energy to be kept the same. You can't talk shit about a team that's 9-3 and then shit on all they wins and shit on the 9 wins that they have, but then the team that's 11-2 who face the same level of competition that the 9-3 team has had and be like, oh, well, hey, Drake May's an MVP. Like, there's a juggernaut. Mike Vrabel should win Coach of the Year. Da, da, da. Like, no, I want the energy to be kept the same. That's all I'm asking. That's literally all. And Joe Shane, bro, stop telling the fans to be like, oh, well, focus on the young core. You're 2-11. You're 2-11. The Giants fans are tired of hearing about we're going to focus on the young core, because until that young core put the shit together, they don't care. Fans do not care. They don't. They're still mad at you about how you treated Saquon Barkley. You're lucky you still have a job right now.
I think that's 100% true. I figured that he may not have a job when they get into the offseason. We'll see.
Like, fans, like the Giants fans do not care about the young nucleus that you have building. Like, one of your top edge rusher, your top draft pick edge rusher missed the first series of the game because he couldn't wait to be freaky off camera. I'm not finna go into detail, but like, y'all saw the story.
Yeah.
Moving on from week number 13, let's give out some quick game balls before we move on. TJ.
The Chicago Bears, the whole team. You ran for 281 yards. You shut down the Philadelphia Eagles. You had Eagle fans legit booing the whole team after, I don't know, like the second series. And
well, I think it's been built up frustration because their offense hasn't been good in like a month.
Doesn't matter.
In Philadelphia too.
Doesn't matter. David. This was the game that everybody said that the Bears would be exposed and Well, no, yeah, 281 yards on your ass. I don't want to hear it. Just the whole Bears team.
I'm going with Tyrod Taylor of the New York Jets. Comeback, scored 13 points in the final frame, including the game-tying rushing touchdown. His first rushing touchdown since 2021. So Tyrod Taylor gets my game ball. I do understand that Tyrod Taylor hasn't played a lot of football since 2021, but still pretty impressive. Get on the field, led the team to victory. And shout out to Aaron Glenn. That team is still playing hard for him. That's what I got. Got Tyrod Taylor and the Jets. Game ball. Christian.
This one is bigger than football. Like, it has nothing to do with the stats, but I'm giving this to Alex Singleton of the Denver Broncos. A month after having surgery to remove a cancerous tumor, surviving testicular cancer. I mean, how could you not be inspired by that? I mean, I know everybody has their day-to-day struggles, and I know life can life, but if he can persevere and get through what he got through, I really believe that anyone can persevere and push through what it is that they have going on in their life. So, I tip my cap to Alex, just being on the field and surviving cancer.
Yeah. Thoughts to him and his family and friends.
Yeah.
James, talk to me.
That's awesome. I was going to be on the show last week, but I was busy with class and work and everything. And this week, to this point, I'm going to give 2 game balls, one to Ryan Poles. If it weren't for him, we wouldn't, have this kind of team out in the field for the Bears. I mean, we're down to our 7th linebacker. And we are 6 or 7 injuries on the defensive side of the ball, and we're shutting down Philadelphia on the road. That's impressive. And my other one's going to go to Dak Prescott and taking down Kansas City. And that's a huge game. 320, 2 touchdowns. Against probably getting to that desperate point for them, too.
I mean, both of those teams. We're going to talk a little bit about it. I mean, we got some legitimate, what could be quote unquote must win for already kind of playoff games for certain teams this weekend. Speaking of which, starting on Thursday night football, neither of these 2 teams can afford to lose another game this season, as they are both sitting on the outside looking in. Of course, I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboys going into Ford Field and taking on the Detroit Lions. There is not a hotter team in the NFL right now than the Dallas Cowboys. Going up against the Lions, they lost on Thursday night against the Green Bay Packers. Last time these 2 teams played was last season. Dallas hung up 47 points on the Detroit Lions in route to routing the Lions. What happens here in 2025? Christian, talk to me about it.
Wasn't that the other way around?
Got that wrong. That was the
Lions. Lions. My bad. Lions 47 to Dallas is 9.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to get that together. This is one that can really go either way. I love what Dallas is doing. I love how they're playing offense. They're establishing a running game. Dak, to me, is playing some of the best football I think I've ever seen him play. The Lions, the injuries are piling up. We said that around this time last year, but I think it's worse now. I think St. Brown left that game on.
Yeah, he did not return.
What's his status on?
He's questionable right now, so let me see if he's practiced at all.
And I know Laporta is still out. And
another week on the IR.
Yeah, the biggest mistake that I think the Lions could have made was letting Dan Campbell call the plays, because it just seems like everything's kind of gone downhill from there. I like Dallas on the road in a big game on Thursday night.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, the sun god, did not practice today. Did not practice yesterday. He probably will not play in this game.
Look, for the Lions to win this game, they're going to need a godly-like performance from Jahmyr Gibbs. They're going to have to run this offense through him, and Jameson Williams is going to have to step up. But when you don't have guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown and Sam Laporta, that makes things more difficult, because those are safety valves for Jared Goff. But I like Dallas, David.
Yeah, I think I'm still gonna roll with the Detroit Lions. I think I think Jahmyr Gibbs has a monster game, and I think he goes into the phone booth and comes out and just wheels this team to victory. I do really liked what I've seen out of Dallas over the last couple of weeks. Their commitment to the run, giving Javonte Williams over 20 touches per game. But I think the Detroit Lions, I think they're gonna get this one. They're a better team than Dallas is right now. So
are they?
Detroit. TJ.
Are they a better team than Dallas right now?
I think so. I think so.
Last few weeks now.
To your earlier point, neither team can afford to lose a game. Technically, Dallas, if they do lose this one, this is it. They can't lose after this game. So technically, Dallas could afford to lose this one. They would just have to. That just means they have to win out down the stretch, which looking at the rest of their schedule, it's entirely possible. Seeing who I think they still got to play Washington, and it's like, yeah, you can win out the rest of the schedule if you lose this game.
Yeah, Vikings, Chargers, Commanders, Giants. I mean, those are all
Yeah.
winnable games.
Yeah, very winnable. Yeah, Lions fans are that panic button is being hit right now, and they may not they may not say it, but they are. They worried. They a little worried because the Bears are ahead of schedule, to the surprise of everyone, and you just lost Terrion Arnold for the season. Well, what's left of the season. And to Christian's point, like it's worse this go around. Yeah, because last year you still had those guys on offense, right? You still had St. Brown, still had Laporta, so you could score. You just couldn't stop no damn body. This year, it's both sides of the ball.
And I think they were really banking on Frank Ragnow coming back, and then for him failing that physical and like not being available for this team. Like, I think that's a big loss.
Well, to me, it's not a big loss because one, he wasn't there to begin with.
Yeah, but they need help with their offensive line. So,
he, I understand that, but like, it's not a big loss because you went this far in the season without him already. Like, it's one thing if he was on the roster, then this should happen. Like, no, you've been with Frank Ragnow. You've been without Frank Ragnow 90% of the fucking season. Like, come on now. Like, it's like it's like what it's more of a morale killer than anything else. So it's like that's what that is. I'm with this screams like this like legit screams a game like the Cowboys would fucking lose. I'm gonna pick them, but I don't feel comfortable doing it.
Matt James, talk to me.
I'm gonna go Detroit at home. I mean, they got 3 road games after this. One's LA and 2 more against divisional rivals. So you need to win this game. Like,
They
be
come to
desperate,
us
run the
and-
ball down their throat. You got 2 fantastic running backs. You run that ball.
Yeah.
But at the
Get
same
out of
time,
this
like,
running the ball against Dallas. And, I know Terrion Arnold's out, but same time, I mean, use your home crowd. Do what you did against Tampa and frustrate Dak Prescott like you did Baker Mayfield. I mean, that's if you want to make the playoffs, that's how you do it. And I don't mean to, go with the divisional rival right now, but that's how you do it.
Moving on from there, swinging into Sunday afternoon, morning football. We got the Seattle Seahawks going into, Mercedes-Benz Stadium there in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. Last time these two teams played was actually last season. Seattle hung up 34 points on the Atlanta Falcons, so 34-14 as they go on to win this victory. They win this game. Both these teams are cruising. Although Sam Darnold, pretty pedestrian numbers for him last week, but they didn't really need him to do anything. The defense was lights out against the Minnesota Vikings. Christian, talk to me.
Yeah, this is a sneaky Seattle team. You hear about everybody in the NFC, the Rams, Green Bay, the Bears, Philadelphia, San Francisco. Seattle's right there in that mix. I mean, I love what they're getting from Mike McDonald. I think he's a great coach. Sam Darnold, he shown that last year wasn't a fluke, but I still need to see him do it when it matters most, which is playoff time or week 17, week 18, because then that's when the downfall started last year. They run the ball. They have a good offensive line. This defense, this is the best defense I've seen since the LOB days. They've struggled quite a bit the last few years. The Falcons just fucking suck. Give me Seattle.
I'm also taking the Seattle Seahawks. I haven't seen nothing out of them so far this season. It makes me think that they're going to be able to mount to like they just let the Jets come back and put up 13 points in the final frame and choke away that game.
Y'all made me get ignorant. God damn.
We made you do what?
Y'all made you heard.
We ain't make you do nothing. That's just you. That's what you.
I'm taking Seattle.
I'm gonna
Well,
deal with you after the show.
so we
4 Eyes.
made him do something. Like, brother, that's who
I'm
you
gonna deal. I'm gonna
naturally are. What is you saying?
I'm gonna deal with you after the show. 4 Eyes.
See, oh, okay, hustler preacher.
Okay.
All right, TJ, talk to me.
This is the same Falcons team that let the Jets, walk them down, right? It's the
Yeah.
same Falcons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Donnie Mitchell and this is JSN.
Yeah. You let Adonai Mitchell get his first career touchdown on you, and is there a more disappointing team than the Atlanta Falcons? Like all things considered, talent, like the talent they got. Yeah, like is there a more disappointing team?
Thank you.
I don't think so. I mean, the
last 2 or 3 seasons, I
that's
keep thinking they're going to win the division, and they don't.
I mean, the Vikings have to be in that conversation too, but Commanders, but those are kind of thrown out because of major injuries. I mean, even before Michael Penix got hurt, this Falcons team wasn't doing shit.
Yeah, like that's. I mean, like Seattle. I mean, yeah, like especially like after what Seattle just did to the Vikings. Like, I mean, like and being fair, like, hey, for you to throw that kid in that situation, like Brosmer, like, hey, that would have been tough for anybody. That was tough to watch. Like your first start is a red hot Seattle team in
their
Seattle,
in their place,
which has historically been a tough place to play once again for anybody, let alone a rookie making his first career start. Like, I remember, y'all remember when Matt Barkley got the start for the Bears in Seattle, and we were like, "Yep, well, it was gonna be that." And he faced the Legion of Boom, Seattle. Like this ain't like these guys ain't them, but it's pretty goddamn close. Like that interception he threw was there. You don't do that. That's what you don't do. Seattle's gonna win this game, but the type of team that Atlanta is, like you said, like Atlanta and Carolina are virtually the same team. Like they'll do some good shit. They'll beat a team they ain't supposed to beat, and they'll come out and lay an egg. So like Atlanta, you lose to the Jets, but would I be surprised if you beat Seattle come Sunday? No. Like
yes, I would be legitimately shocked.
Like that just screams the type of team you are. Like Cam Newton said that about the Panthers. Like did the Panthers play this week? No, they got a bye.
No, they are on a bye, but they beat the Rams. Like
they beat the Rams.
Like they get this huge victory against who I don't remember who it was a few weeks ago, and then they just basically don't show up against the Niners, and then they beat the Rams. Like, all right.
Like exactly, like that's just I'm going to Seattle, but I won't be surprised if Atlanta pulled a rabbit out the hat.
Matt.
Yeah, I'm going to Seattle too. I mean, as I said, before, Atlanta's frustrating. They're supposed to be better than this, and as TJ said, they had that one quarter where they just lose it. I mean, they'll keep it close enough to make it an interesting game, but they just lose it in one quarter. Give me Seattle and still win this one comfortably. I mean, they're desperate right now.
Comfortably? But who's desperate?
Well, they have LA and San Fran right next to them.
I wouldn't say desperate. Like desperate's not the right word.
They need a win though.
I mean, every team needs a win, but
well, yeah, but at the same time,
he is right. I mean,
right next to everybody else.
I mean, because you could either be you could either be the 1 seed if you can like win out, or you can be the 7th seed. Like there's the wide variety of possible outcomes when it comes to Seattle. All of the teams actually in the playoff picture right now, outside of Philadelphia and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, any of those 7 teams or whatever it is, like you lose one game and you're out of the playoffs. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Moving on from there, swinging into the AFC, and we go into Buffalo Bengals. We got Joe Burrow, who has returned, Josh Allen. Last time these two teams played was actually 2 years ago, and the Bengals got the better of them. Actually, they've won the last 2 times these two teams have played, and the series is currently tied 17-17. The Bengals seem to always give the Bills fits when they play against each other. What do we think happens here in 2025? TJ.
Buffalo need this win. Like who was I talking? I was talking to my brother and my cousin, and my cousin Torian, love him to death. Big Joe Burrow fan. Call him Joey B. And he like, hey, don't let Joey B get in the playoffs. I'm like, man, Joey B is in a hole that he cannot climb out of. Like, it's gonna take a lot to go right. And now so far, he done got the help he needed so far, right? They beat Baltimore, Pittsburgh got their ass whooped, right? But you're still like 2-3 games back of them too.
I mean,
right.
I mean, the Ravens are winning their division right now. They're 6-6, and so in theory, if Cincinnati was to win out, they could make the playoffs. But
a lot still has to go their way.
And we're just ignoring the fact that their defense is atrocious. Is it literally abysmal? A crime against humanity.
Which has always which has been the staple of them, minus the Super Bowl year, right? Like, that was just the 1 year everything just magically clicked, right? And you're literally a Aaron Donald Hall of Fame play away from being Super Bowl champs, because Jamar Chase was
wide open.
He beat Ramsey on that route. Aaron Donald just said, "Nigga, I'm him," and yeah, Buffalo needs this win more than I ain't gonna say Buffalo needs this more than Cincinnati do, because Cincinnati clearly needs it more than them. But I'm trusting Buffalo's defense to, I ain't gonna say shut down, but slow down. Is any update on T. Higgins? Is he back? Is he practicing? Is anything on that front?
Give me just a second.
I'm still taking Buffalo either way, because I like that run game, and Cincinnati can't stop a nosebleed.
T. Higgins is currently still in the concussion protocol. He's got 3 or 4 days still to clear it. So I don't know if he's going to play or not, though. But
no, and it's Tuesday.
Yeah, so I mean, they'll probably practice tomorrow. They practice on Thursday. If he doesn't practice by Thursday, I think it's probably it would be pretty unlikely that he plays.
Wait, so this is if you're in concussion protocol and you don't practice the whole week, can you be declared a game time decision? Like, can you still play?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like, as long as you clear the protocol before the game starts,
right?
Good question.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can still play. I mean, you won't have any practice time, but I mean, if you're just like, they have enough rapport with the Joe Burrow that you don't necessarily need it.
Because don't it go like everybody play on Sunday? Your off day is usually yesterday, Monday.
Yeah. So
like your first day of practice is usually today, then tomorrow, then Thursday, unless you play Thursdays. Friday, I don't know what the issue is or if you're a road team, you're probably traveling out Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, especially because going to Buffalo, weather might not be great. So imagine.
Right. Especially if you go into a cold weather city where the weather might not. Well, I mean,
Cincinnati's not exactly the beacon of positive, great weather.
No, but you still got to travel. But you still got to travel, though, David.
Yeah. I know.
Hey, that's what I'm getting. So I'm going Buffalo.
I'm also going to take the Buffalo Bills. I just think that Cincinnati has too big of a hole to dig their way out of. I think this could be one of those get-right games for Buffalo. I know they've won. They won their last game against Pittsburgh, but it wasn't as convincing as I thought. I was hoping it was going to be.
Which game was convincing?
the way they beat the Steelers. I kind of thought they would have a more dominant performance in that game, and we just didn't really see it. I'm
Buffalo?
taking
That wasn't convincing. What game did you watch? How was that not convincing to you? They dominated that game.
I wanted to see them dominate a little bit more. All right, 26-7. Come on, they didn't score at all, basically at all in the first half.
This ain't college.
Anyways, I'm taking the Bills. Matt James.
What?
I'm going Buffalo too. Just feed, James Cook. I mean, he's been, cooking lately, and Bengals defense is awful, especially on the ground. Give me
Christian.
Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. It's a clean sweep. I like the Buffalo Bills here. Man, this would be such an exciting game if Cincinnati had that winning record. But I still think this has a chance to deliver as one of the best 1:00 games in that window. Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and like you said, David, Cincinnati, they play Buffalo tough. I mean, they beat them in the playoffs.
Just said 250 yards on the ground wasn't convincing enough.
Yeah, David, hold on, listen to me. I want all you. David, I say this out of love.
No, you don't. It's not love. Right now, it's not love. Right now, it is not love.
Shut up.
It's not love right now.
Boy, I'm
A lot of love right there.
Go to your nearest clinic, get your tested. Okay,
Please.
Okay? But yeah, I like Buffalo in this one. I think they're gonna edge out a victory. I think the ball is really gonna fly around in this one. But I think Buffalo's defense.
They had 10 first downs for the whole game, and this man said that wasn't convincing. Hey, okay. I'm sorry, Christian. My bad. Bro.
See, David, can you mute his microphone?
It's okay. It's okay.
Mute his, kick him off the show.
I'm not doing that. Anyways, moving on. Let's just move on to the battle of the rookie quarterbacks with Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders going head-to-head. I think for the first time as pros, for sure as pros. But Titans going into Cleveland. Obviously, both these teams coming off taking L's. Actually, the Titans may have been on a bye. I don't really remember what they did. Oh, they played. I don't really remember what they did last weekend. I think they were on a bye. No, they got beat by the Jaguars 25-3, and then obviously the Browns fell to the Niners 26-8. Last time these two teams played was 2 years ago. The Browns won this game 27-3. TJ, what happens here in 2025?
It depends. Is Kevin Stefanski gonna stop with the shitty play calling, or is he gonna keep doing what he's doing? That's a serious question. This is the prime opportunity for Stefanski to quote unquote take the gloves off and let Shedeur be Shedeur, and so on and so forth. There's nothing about the Tennessee Titans to be like, y'all should win this game. And I think that's what's frustrating about how the Cleveland Browns season has gone, because looking at these two teams on paper, it's not even close. Right? The more talented team is Cleveland. It's not even close.
Oh, they do have Myles Garrett. Any team that has Myles Garrett has an advantage there.
Right, but I hate to say this, but they just lost what's his name? Defensive tackle Collins. They just lost him for the season, which is terrible. That fucking sucks. But yeah, Myles Garrett is gonna do Myles Garrett things again. He's Thanos. He's inevitable. Where's he at right now? 19.
Yeah,
19 sacks.
Yeah. Only got a half sack last week, but
19. I'm gonna give him another. We give him 2.5. So he's gonna finish today. He's gonna finish Sunday with 21.5. The record's what again? 25.
22.5.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him 21.5. He's gonna finish with 21.5. Cleveland should win this game.
I'm also thinking the Cleveland Browns. They're just a better football team. I think Myles Garrett has a really good day at the office. But Christian.
Cleveland.
Matt James.
Yep.
Moving on from there, and two other teams whose seasons have gone in the opposite direction. These two teams were in the playoffs last year. Not going to sniff that even close to that this year. We got the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Commanders going head-to-head. This game is in Minnesota. I do not know what J.J. McCarthy's status is for this game, and it's also possible that it's also possible Jaden Daniels could return. I know he was pretty close to playing last week. I'm not sure it matters who plays at the quarterback position for either of these two teams. The injuries have really piled up for the Washington Commanders and really kind of ruined what was looking like a promising season. Last time these two teams played was actually 3 years ago. Christian, do you remember who won that game 3 years ago?
Minnesota did. I remember that being Kirk Cousins' return to Landover.
They were 6-1 at the time. They came in, they won this game 20-17 behind a 13-point fourth quarter. Do you know who the quarterback was for the Commanders?
Oh, wow.
Wait, what year was this?
Case Keenum?
This is in 2022. No, not Case Keenum.
Sam Howell. No, it's not Sam Howell.
Not Sam Howell.
Tyler
Heineke.
Tyler, six-pack of Heineke. 15 of 28, 149 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. But talk to me about what's going to happen here in 2025. Vikings, Commanders, 2 lost seasons. They're just kind of getting to the offseason, I guess, basically for both these two franchises this season.
I like Washington. There's nothing I haven't really seen that I like from Minnesota, and Minnesota just needs to be good, faithful servants and trade Justin Jefferson. Like, please, while he has some value to him, as we
He will always have value.
Yeah, but I'm saying right now, at least, I'm not like 5 or 10 years down the road. No, you might not get as much back for him. That's the point I'm making. But yeah, I think Washington does just enough to win this game.
Yeah, I'm also going to take the Commanders, too. I mean, the Minnesota Vikings just been an absolute train wreck. But I think this game is going to be messy. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. So, I think it's going to be like a 10-7 game. Commanders get the victory over the Minnesota Vikings, who have just not looked good with either of their quarterback situations. And they're probably really regretting not bringing Sam Darnold back because J.J. McCarthy hasn't been the answer. Whoever they started last week wasn't the answer either. Tough day at the office for him. Give me the Commanders. Matt James.
Yeah, I'm going Washington too. How in the hell is Minnesota 1-4 at home?
Like JJ McCarthy,
they're that bad.
They're terrible. Have you watched them?
Give me Washington and their ground game, and yeah, it's going to be one of those where it's going to be ugly, and
TJ
probably will not turn to it.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish this on my way. Hey. Again, J.J. McCarthy quarterbacking doesn't matter. If it's Jaden Daniels, I wouldn't bring him back. Like, what's the point?
You don't need to.
What's the point? Unless it's for sheer continuity with the guys that's still there. Like, that's the only thing I can think of. But other than that, I wouldn't bring him back. It's not worth it. Yeah, like a year or so. I mean, yeah, obviously a year ago, they're like, hey, they probably destroy this game, especially them at home with the way Brian Flores can draw shit up and make life a living hell for a young dude like Jaden Daniels. All that scrambling shit like that wouldn't even be a thing. The trade Justin Jefferson is. I ain't gonna say it's a stretch because a lot of people are actually saying what Christian's saying. Like
JJ McCarthy is expected to return as the starter for this football team.
Commanders.
So.
It could be Mariota. It could be Jaden. Commanders. That's all I need to know.
You're like, oh, yep.
All right, moving on from there, and now we just got a bunch of divisional matchups all in a row here to wrap up Sunday afternoon football. First start in the AFC, specifically the AFC East. We got the Miami Dolphins going into MetLife Stadium, taking on the Jets. Both of these teams are coming off getting a victory last weekend. The Dolphins kind of won an ugly, mucky game. The Jets came back and beat the Atlanta Falcons. What do we think happens here between these two teams? Christian, talk to me.
You want to know how much it would cost to get into this game? You three?
Oh, let me guess. Wait. For us three? Like, what you mean? Like, as a group?
We combining?
per ticket. Just how much each ticket?
Oh, per ticket.
It says it on the sheet that I use, so I'm
$25.
gonna sit this one out.
I'm gonna go $8.
Last I checked, I think it was 10, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn. I got a Chicago mindset.
The ESPN seems to think the tickets are as low as $45.
Yeah, that's too much. That's
But
too
you
much.
know what's funny? But you want to know what's funny? MetLife is kind of like in the middle of nowhere. Like it's across the street from a mall called the American Dream Mall. Think of the Mall of America, but the East Coast version of it. Like they got the water
Stephen
park.
A. Smith said it's a swamp.
Huh?
Stephen A. say it's a swamp. Like it's in the
They
middle.
don't know shit. So man, see, this is one of those where you could flip a coin, and I don't think you'd be wrong on who you choose. I'm gonna go Miami, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets won this game.
I am going to take the Jets. I think, Tyrod Taylor's built some momentum there. I mean, I know the Dolphins beat the Saints, but that exactly wasn't a resounding victory by any stretch of the imagination. This is a team that's just been disappointing this season. You want to talk about disappointing teams and disappointing players. Dolphins and Tua Tagovailoa. I mean, we're not that far removed where Tua led the league in passing yards, and he doesn't look anything like that player right now. I imagine there'll be some clearinghouse once the final game is played there in Miami. Give me the Jets. TJ.
I'm with you. Like see, when it comes to firing coaches, and David's known me long enough to know that, hey, it don't take much for me to fire motherfuckers.
What?
It's true. It's true.
708, and he's still a head coach over there.
Yeah. Hey, I track the time. It's like 7:08 Central Time, and Mike McDaniel still has a job.
I think he's safe until the end of the season. Like
that's the thing about me. Like that's the thing. I like if you're going to fire,
I love firing people too. But I mean, I think he's
and this is a genuine question to the panel, to all y'all. Like, if you're going to fire someone,
do it.
Do you do it? Like, do you wait till the middle? Do you wait till
That's
the end
what
of the season?
pissed me off about the Bears so long until they fired Eberflus finally.
I think a money saving in Denver. I think if you're going to fire the coach, I would just let him ride through the season.
See, like, that's the thing.
Firing the head coach and then having the interim head coach take over the team, like, it doesn't really seem to do it.
What difference does it make? Like just like, you're not really saving money. Like, if he's under
That's true,
contract,
I don't know, but
if you have that kind of contract on a coach, fine, we'll think about it. But at the same time,
like, the only one I can
you put all that money into them, get rid of him.
The only one I can see that's kind of like, quote unquote, in the stratosphere that Dave was talking about is like Matt Rule. Matt Rule got like a 6-year deal from Carolina and was fired after what, year 2?
Something like that.
Yeah, that's rough.
So that's kind of different. And Matt, you brought up Eberflus. That was the first time ever the Bears fired a coach mid-season. So
bingo.
Yeah. So like
it took that many terrible, decisions to figure it out.
So if you're Mike McDaniel, and I guess to an extent Aaron Glenn, like, because we don't know what's going to happen with Woody Johnson, like guy's a fucking nutcase. So like, if you lose this game, if you're Mike McDaniel, you lose this game, like, why wait till week 17 to be like, hey, you're done? Like, I just get rid of his ass right now. Like, first off, I would have fired him last year for mismanaging to a situation there. Like, bro, he suffered a concussion. We saw it. His fingers locked, and then you put him back out there literally 3 days later. Like, me personally, I would have fired him then.
Because I think so. I think so too.
I'm taking the Jets. I like their defense more. I like the Jets defense more than I like the Dolphins offense. I think they can make Tua's life a little rough now.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna join y'all. Since you put it that way, I wasn't listening to you, TJ. I never did.
Of course you weren't.
Never do. But yeah, I like the Jets.
Matt James.
I'm gonna be the fourth. Give me the Jets. Miami can't win on the road.
From the AFC East to the NFC South, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers welcoming in the Saints to Raymond James Stadium. Tampa Bay desperately needs a victory. After I know they won against the Arizona Cardinals, but 20-17. I think you need a surefire big time victory. That kind of stopped the bleeding a little bit for Tampa Bay. The Saints, Tyler Shook. It's just been a tough shredding it there. 2-10. Lost to the Dolphins last weekend. Christian, talk to me. Buccaneers, Saints, taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right.
I mean, does anything else really need to be said? Tampa, the Saints are not good. Plain and simple. Only thing that's good out of New Orleans is some
that roster is trash.
Yeah, it really is.
Have the day they deserve. Could have had Shador.
TJ.
I said what I said. Have the day you deserve. You could have had Shador. A certain coach was worried about some shit that he had nothing to protect him. Yep. What he said.
They could have had Shador. Tampa.
Moving on from there, from the NFC South to the AFC South, and a matchup with big-time playoff implications as we have the Indianapolis Colts, who fell to the Houston Texans this weekend, going into Jacksonville, into Duval County, and taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars, who had a dominant performance against the Tennessee Titans, 25-3. It's just a tough day at the office for the Titans. Jags, Colts, Christian. Do I think I know what's coming here?
David, Matt.
Let's go.
So someone else do it, motherfucker. 1, 2, 3.
Shameless plug number 1, baby.
Yeah, this is a big time game. I mean, who would have thought going into week 14 of the National Football League that the Indianapolis Colts and Jacksonville Jaguars would be tied for first place in the AFC South. This was a division that was gift wrapped with a big red bow on it on top for the Houston Texans, and they haven't delivered. Have they played well? Have they played better since getting off to a slower start? Yeah, without question. Indy, it's simple. You bottle up the run, you put the game in the hands of Jonathan Taylor, and you beat them. This is going to be a fun one. I'm excited for this one. I preview this one on Friday.
I'm going with the Jacksonville Jaguars. That defense has been big time. Trevor Lawrence has kind of been very meh so far this season. They seem to be really relying on the running game. The trade for Jacoby Myers has been an absolute godsend, as BTJ is having a terrible second season. I don't really understand why his regression has been what it is this season. I'll take the Jaguars. I think you forced Danny. I think you bottle up the running game. I think you forced them to use Danny Dimes to try to win this game. I don't think he can do it. Give me the Jaguars. TJ.
No, when you're the only viable, I ain't gonna say I'm not trying to disrespect nobody on the Jags offense, receiving core like that. But I guess when you're game planning for them, the only one that really quote unquote concerns you is Brian Thomas Jr. And again, no Travis Hunter for the remainder of the season. I would like them to use Parker Washington a lot more.
He just got banged up and left that game early on Sunday, so I don't know what his status is going to be. But now, especially now, the trade for Jacoby Myers looks fucking amazing. I want to say, ain't the Colts just one of them teams that Jonathan Taylor just loves to play against? Don't he just usually have a day against them? Yeah, he hasn't played them this season, but yeah, he does have big outings against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And he's probably looking to have a day. He got bottled up pretty good against Houston. That's the best defense in football. What can you do, right? That being said, the front he faced against Houston can't travel, can't just swap out and put Jacksonville Jaguars uniforms on and be like, hey, you're gonna see us again, huh? Give me the Colts. But I think it's going to be closer than what people anticipate. Give me the Colts.
Matt James.
Yeah, this will be a good one. I'm taking the Colts too. I just, believe in their ground game with Jonathan Taylor and being able to, control the clock, control the ball, and play, good defense. Even on the road, give me Indy.
To the final game of the early afternoon window, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens going head to head. Both of these teams currently sit at 6-6. Both of these teams this is basically a win and or go home game between these two teams. I think they play again later down the stretch here.
Close out the season against each other, I think.
Yeah, so this is a big time. Whoever wins this game is probably going to end up winning the division. Steelers are reeling big time as they've lost, I think, 2 of the last 3 games, and the Ravens are cooking right now. I think they've won 4 straight or 5 straight potentially. Christian, Steelers, Ravens, both these teams need a victory in the worst way.
David, let's go.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
1,
2,
3.
Shameless plug number 2, baby.
All right, so I guess the $1 million question is, who wants to win this division? Like, seriously. Because, like, who – it's really up for grabs. But I also want to say this about the Steelers. That is by far the worst on Sunday that I have ever seen them look under Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin teams normally have an identity. This group doesn't. And I remember a couple of weeks ago, I was telling my one friend, the Steelers offense is pretty much the same thing, except the only difference is Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback. And then, he wants to say, well, Aaron Rodgers is better than both Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. Doesn't that mean the offense as a whole is better? Not at all. Not at all. Like, outside of DK Metcalf, who else scares you? Nobody. And then you look at Baltimore. Maybe.
I said maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Then you look at Baltimore, and they looked horrible the other day against Cincinnati. They turned the ball over 5 times, and the offense was nowhere to be found. There's something's up with Lamar. Like, I think, is more hurt than he's letting on.
Yeah.
I give him kudos and a lot of credit for trying to play through whatever is ailing him. I preview this one on Sunday.
Steelers did claim Adam Thielen this afternoon. They cut big play Darius Slay. Kind of an interesting decision. With all that being said, for Ravens, I forgot they played on Thursday and they got beat by Cincinnati pretty convincingly. Yeah, both these teams are just kind of in a lull right now. But I think the Ravens are still a better football team. This game is in Baltimore. I will take the Ravens, but I don't know what to make of either of these two teams. And yes, I do agree with Christian. I think Lamar Jackson is more injured than he's playing on. I think he's just playing through it. Yeah. So give me the Ravens. But I don't know what to make of either of these two franchises, teams right now. They just both look kind of all out of sorts.
I mean, if you're to follow the blueprint of the Bears and the Bills playing Pittsburgh, then Derrick Henry should have a fucking day. Derrick Henry, Keaton Mitchell, whoever calls themselves a running back for the Baltimore Ravens should have some sort of evening versus them, right? For the first time in I don't know how long. Like, how long has Tomlin been there? What, 19 years?
Yeah, about
19.
About.
You heard the chants of "Fire Tomlin" raining down from the Pittsburgh
17 years.
17. All right, 17
That's
years.
crazy.
And I kind of want to elaborate on what TJ just said, because he's won a Super Bowl. Yeah, he's never had a losing record as head coach, but again, sports in general is a "what have you done for me lately" type of game. And
exactly.
But then again, to kind of defend Mike, what has the front office given him to work with?
Not much lately.
You got to look at both aspects.
And what's crazy is, like, no one wants to bring up that side of it. Like, it's like, what have you done for me lately? What have you done for me lately? God damn it. Like, I have to coach the product that you give me.
We've been to how many Super Bowls and you're giving me this? He's been two?
You haven't won a playoff game. I think, because Stephen A. brings this up all the time. You haven't won a playoff game coming up on 10 years. That's a whole decade, bro.
Good Lord.
last time they won a playoff game was when Antonio Brown got rocked over the
Got
middle.
rocked.
That Bonte Spur.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That
Yeah.
was about 10 years ago.
Wow.
That was about 10 years ago. I'm not exaggerating. Like that's been about 10. That
And you
had
know
to be.
what? And you know what? I want to say this too. It may be time to start that kid, Will Howard. See what you can get out of him. You need some
Why the
type
fuck
of
not?
spark.
Actually, the last time the Steelers won a playoff game, it was against the Chiefs in 2017. They
10
beat
years,
them
nigga.
18 to
okay.
16.
8 years. That's still a long time.
10 years, nigga. That's a long time. That's a long time.
Yeah, it's a long
Yeah.
time.
Anything
Man.
over 3 years is a long time.
Like, come on, man. Like, hey, I'm picking the Ravens just on GP. Like, hey, it's like five. You won five. You've won 5 out of your last 6. You've literally walked them down. This,
Man,
if you're
this is that playoff game where the Steelers didn't score a touchdown and still won.
Still won again.
This is like the final season of Alex Smith, I think.
Yeah, this was kind of like that. That was like, yeah, it's time, bro. It's time. Like you got to go. But and like on this front, it's like Mike. It was crazy. Like Mike Tomlin says, like he shares the sentiment. Like he like yeah, we were awful. And Christian, you always bring this up. Like if they fire him, who's better out there at this point? God damn it, they'll take anybody because they feel like the team just needs that
Something
kind
new.
of shot.
I think
in the
I think
arm.
they just need to shake it up a little bit. I mean, I think they've all become too comfortable with just, I'm Mike Tomlin. We're the Steelers. We're going to probably have a winning record, but we're not actually going to be relevant every
Think
season.
about it. Look at it like this too. I mean, last season and this season are similar in the way that you sign 2 quarterbacks way past their prime, and they're not delivering. Like,
But to be fair, one kid never really got a prime, and they were 4-2 with that kid, and they just say we're gonna go to the old guy who's past his prime. So in a way, it's hey, have the day you deserve. Like no one told them to let Aaron Rodgers hold them hostage, right? Like they could have been like, you know what? Hey, what are we doing? Why are we waiting on you?
then another thing that's really making me mad with Aaron Rodgers is the simple fact of he's throwing his wide receivers under the bus. You never criticize to the media because that's just going to create a lot of locker room controversy. And this is why I always say he's not a leader and he never will be. You can pay a guy for his athletic ability all you want to, but you can't pay someone to lead.
Thank you.
Moving on from. Oh wait, Matt James, did you make your pick?
I'm going Baltimore.
Okay. Moving on from there into the late afternoon window, and we have the Denver Broncos, fresh up beating the Washington Commanders, going into Las Vegas, the Death Star, and taking on the 2-10 Las Vegas Raiders, who lost to Justin Herbert with just one hand. I'm taking the Broncos. Christian. Yeah. Matt James.
Denver.
TJ.
You can't be you. Hey, fuck this game. Like you lost to a team who quarterback had one hand.
Yeah.
Terrible. Hey, Christian, what that old man be saying? Tenderism.
Moving on to the game of the quote-unquote weekend, we got the Chicago Bears going into Lambeau and taking on the Green Bay Packers. Bears sitting here at 9-3 atop of the division in the number 1 seed of the NFC, going up against Green Bay at 8-3-1, right there on their heels. Christian, I just know you got to get this out of the way, so let's do the plug, baby.
Listen, look, TJ, this is your team. You got to do this one for the culture.
It's Chicago. No, I can't say that.
Come on, TJ, I need you for this one too, man. I don't ask you for a lot.
That's enough, but okay.
1,
2,
3.
3.
Shameless plug number 3, baby.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. And what I saw from the Bears on Black Friday was their best game of the season. I mean, TJ, what do I always say? The what don't like to get bullied?
The bully don't like to be bullied.
Yeah, Philly got bullied. Like the Bears challenged their manhood. And most importantly, I remember you 3 a year ago around this time, just looking miserable. And now look at you. All of y'all are glowing. You know,
We fired our head coach.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
Actually, we were kind of glowing because we finally fired a head coach that should have been fired. Not
Yeah,
to take
but-
away from you right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, look, Matt kind of brought it up, the coaching situation, because I just see guys that want to leave it all out on the field for Ben Johnson. I mean, he's recreating the same offense he had in Detroit. He has 2 tight ends this time, though, and Cole Kmet and Colston Loveland. He's got the 2-headed monster at running back and Monungai and DeAndre Swift, who I think is going to be the X factor for the Bears in this game. The quarterback is playing well, and he's got serviceable weapons to throw the ball to. And DeAndre Swift, and DJ Moore and Roma Dunze. The defense is playing well. For the Bears to win this game, they have to run the football. Plain and simple. Like, they have to establish the ground game because that's going to take pressure off Caleb Williams. Then Green Bay, Thursday was the best I've seen their offense look since probably their game against Dallas. And that's been the problem with the Packers. They struggle to run the ball, and you don't know what version of Jordan Love you're going to get. I'm really excited for this one. You know, having lived out there in Illinois, I know how much and how important this matchup is to the fans out there. I preview this one tomorrow. Be on the lookout.
You can find that preview at Daily Blitz blog. I'll let TJ have the floor first.
Yeah, go talk to him, T.
I always used to say, I don't care if the Bears go 2-14 or 1-15, but as long as them 1 or 2 victories is the Green Bay Packers, hey, good season. Because, yeah, you can be, I don't care how good the Packers are, you can be 12-5, 14-2, as long as some of them losses is to the Bears, it is what it is. And this is how I know Packer fans or Packer media, rather, is, kind of worried. You know what they bringing up? Oh, shit. Oh, the Packers have won 14 of the last 17 games against. What the fuck they got to do with Sunday?
They're scared.
Like they're since Brett Favre took over, they're 96, and what the fuck they got to do with Sunday? That has nothing to do with this Sunday. Y'all got to bring up old shit to help y'all understand what's going on. Y'all comparing Jordan Love in year 6 to Caleb Williams in year 2. And by the way, looking at the numbers, Jordan Love has 2 more passing touchdowns, maybe just under 200 more passing yards in general. Oh, and by the way, that first round receiver y'all waited y'all entire lives for, some Packer fans, Caleb Williams has more receiving touchdowns than that kid. Oh, but he's been hurt. I don't care. The fact that a quarterback of your rival caught a touchdown pass and your rookie still hasn't caught one, and it's week 14, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, you got again, going into the season, I'm watching ESPN. They're like, oh, which quarterback has the most pressure? And they're like, Caleb Williams. Why? Because the Bears hired Ben Johnson? I'm sorry. Caleb Williams doesn't have a $55 million a year contract to his name yet. Caleb Williams doesn't have an edge rusher like Micah Parsons traded on his team. Caleb Williams didn't sit for 3 years and then was given the keys to a whole franchise and said, hey, it's on you now. That was Jordan Love. That's who that was. That's who got the pressure on them. And in a division where they should be better than what they are, they're 8-3-1. And I say better, like it's like, yeah, the Bears shouldn't be where they are right now. They shouldn't, but they are. Like this is what it is right now. This was supposed to be between the Packers and the Lions. That's who was supposed to do the back and forth tit for tat, right? Now y'all got to bring up that the fact that y'all done won 14 out of the last 17 against your rival. That being said, give me the Bears.
Yeah, I'll be way less long-winded. I'm just going to take the Bears. I don't think there's
long-winded. Oh yeah.
I don't think there are any stats or any kind of conversation. I think all that kind of stuff has been thrown out the window when these two teams play, because there really is some seeded hate between these two franchises and these two fan bases. I will take the Bears. It's a homer pick. I I'm just going to take the Bears. I think they're playing with house money. Nobody thought they'd be this good. They're way ahead of schedule right now, and they're playing better than the Green Bay Packers are right now currently. And let's not the Packers. You know, when you look at the teams that they've beaten so far this season, they don't exactly have a stacked resume either. I mean, they haven't really played anybody either. I'm taking the Bears. But I mean, who knows? Matt James, talk to me.
All right. You know, one thing I've been telling people: enjoy the ride. I mean, as you said, the Bears should not be 93 right now, but enjoy the ride because we're going somewhere. And you know what I say every week, gentlemen? Fuck the Packers.
Moving on into the final game of the late afternoon window, we got the Los Angeles Rams going to Arizona into the big toaster and taking on the Cardinals. Rams obviously fell to the Carolina Panthers in a bit of a shocking upset where they were in the driver's seat of the NFC West. Now they have to continue. Now they have to basically. I know they can still win out and control their own destiny, but it's not as clear as it was before that game. Arizona, obviously, they didn't look good at all against. I don't remember who it was, but they didn't play well and they didn't win that game. TJ.
Yeah, I feel bad for the Cardinals. Matthew Stafford had his worst game of the season. I also predicted that if he was to throw an interception, it would be against the Carolina Panthers, and lo and behold, he threw 2. And he also fumbled the ball, which kind of killed my fantasy team. But nonetheless, I feel bad for the Cardinals because I think Matthew Stafford is going to come out guns fucking a-blazing.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like this might get ugly quick. I'm talking. He might throw 4 touchdowns in the half type shit. Like,
remember what he did to the Commanders only like a few weeks ago, like
good God, yeah,
or whoever it was.
This might get ugly fast, bro.
Tampa Bay. What he did to Tampa Bay like 3 weeks ago, like. Whew.
Like this might. I'm taking the Rams. Like I think this gets ugly fast for the Cardinals.
Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm also taking the Rams. I don't think this is a get-right game. This is a revenge game. If you've dropped the game against Carolina, I think you're going to want to come out and show out against Arizona. This game is in SoFi or in the Big Toaster. So give me the Rams. Matt James.
Am I supposed to be a smartass here and pick Arizona, or
you could?
I'm going the Rams. They're just way above.
I just got 3 letters for Arizona. BTA.
Oh my God.
Moving on into Sunday night football. We got the Houston Texans rolling into Arrowhead, taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And this is a game that is really important for both of these two teams, as currently the Texans are sitting on the outside of the playoff picture. They're also sitting on the outside of their own division. The Kansas City Chiefs, on the other hand, also sitting on the outside and really need to win out in order to make the playoffs. This is a big-time game for both of these two teams. Texans obviously beat the Colts on Sunday afternoon, and the Chiefs lost to the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Christian.
Oh, man. Yeah, this really is an important game for both teams. Houston, their defense has really been their backbone and their strength for their entire team this year. And CJ Stroud didn't look bad, but he didn't have to really do a lot against Indy on Sunday. But that Texans defense is fast, they're physical, and they could give Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes a lot of problems. And you know, the thing with Kansas City, it's not their defense. Well, it was their defense last week when they played the Cowboys, but Mahomes did everything he could to keep them in that game. I think this is going to be a defensive struggle. I think this is going to be low scoring. I could see like the first team to 20 points winning this game. There was a part of me that wanted to take Houston, but Kansas City plays better at home. And it's under the lights. They've been here before. I'm taking Kansas City.
I'm taking the Houston Texans. I think the defense there for Houston is big time. And we've seen this Kansas City offense struggle at times this season. Not as much since they got Rashee Rice back. But this Texans defense, I think, is like on another level of any other defense in the NFL right now. Give me Houston. TJ.
If this Texans defense, if they shut down the Chiefs, and then the Chiefs are already on the outside looking in, they lose this one, I think that can be pretty much the nail in the coffin. All she
Oh,
wrote.
yeah. I think so. Yeah.
That being said, give me the Texans. I just think that defense is too much to handle. I don't trust the Chiefs' offensive line to hold up long enough to buy Pat Mahomes enough time to we've seen it, right? I think Daniil Hunter, I think Will Anderson Jr., I think they have a day. And the Chiefs, the right tackle,
Juwan Jennings or Juwan Taylor.
he's hurt.
He's not good either, but
That's true, but he's being hurt doesn't help. So yeah, give me the Texans. I'm picking with the Texans. I'm going, yeah.
Matt James.
I'm going Kansas City at home. It's going to be cold there at night, and I just take the weather games for those type of situations. Give me Kansas City.
To the final game of the weekend, and we got the Philadelphia Eagles going into beautiful SoFi Stadium, taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. And Justin Herbert underwent hand surgery today. He's considered day-to-day for the Bolts and is expected to play against the Philadelphia Eagles even after going under successful hand surgery this afternoon to stabilize a fracture in his left hand. Like, just crazy stuff. The fact that he was able to even play in that game against the Raiders or return to it is crazy.
David, it's the Raiders. Someone with AIDS could beat the Raiders.
But yeah, I mean, the Eagles obviously lost to the Chicago Bears on Friday, Black Friday, and the Chargers obviously beat the Raiders on Sunday afternoon. But we're swinging into Monday night. Christian, talk to me about it. Both these teams are 8-4. Probably a more important game for the Chargers than for the Eagles. But how do you feel about this?
I mean, I think it's important for both teams, especially Philly, because you've lost 2 in a row. You were beat at your own game a week ago. You blew a 21-point lead the week before that. So you got to try to find some type of rhythm. And this isn't going to be easy because this is a very stingy, fast, and physical Los Angeles Chargers defense that flies to the ball. They swarm to the ball as a unit. You know, they play very well cohesively, and they get takeaways. I do like Philly, but they're going to have to earn it. The Chargers just aren't going to lay down. And, I mean, which version of the Eagles offense is going to show up? Like, that right there is the million-dollar question.
Last time these two teams played, the Chargers won this game 4 years ago, 27-24. I think that's going to be the similar result. The Eagles' offenses just look all out of sorts for majority of the season, especially over the last month. And I know they were winning some games here and there during that stretch, but they put up 21 points against the Cowboys and then weren't able to score at all in the second half. You get booed out of your own building while you're losing to the Chicago Bears on Friday, Black Friday. I'm going to take the Chargers. I am a little bit concerned about this Herbert injury. He didn't look particularly good after he returned to the lineup. You know what? Actually, I'm going to take the Eagles. I think Justin Herbert recovering from this surgery, I think it's going to be a tough day at the office for him, especially with that defense, the way it's been playing outside of last week, obviously, against the Bears. And that second half against the Cowboys. I'll take the Eagles, but I wouldn't be shocked if the Chargers end up winning this game.
Strictly on the injury alone to Justin Herbert, I have to pick the Eagles. He had surgery to fix it, so obviously he's not practicing. I don't think he's going to practice at all this weekend. Like David just said, he'll be a game time decision. Come Monday night. I'm taking the Eagles, but just a little nugget. And
He
the
actually had
game
that. He actually had that surgery yesterday, not today.
yesterday.
So
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Oh, so that's good. So well, yeah, that kind of yeah. It should the timeline should still line up. But between the Eagles and I mean between the Cowboys and Bears, like just the two offenses. Do you know how many yards the Eagles defense gave up in those two games?
No, I don't actually.
Right
You
now,
don't?
800 at least.
Huh? What'd you say, Matt?
About 750, 800. But they give
Eight
up a lot on the ground
898.
game for the Bears.
898 in 2 games.
898 in 2 games.
Okay, so I was still off. God damn.
Right?
I was on the lower end. I was thinking the rush game for the Bears, and
no,
they
that's
had at
total.
least what
That's
250,
yeah. They had
280
no,
something.
they had 280
Yeah,
on the ground. So in 2 games, this vaunted Vic Fangio defense has given up
yeah, no shit.
900 yards of offense in 2 games. Again, I'm picking the Eagles because at some point in time, fellas, what do I always say? You got to give a damn, right? And this defense is too talented. There's too many dudes on this defense for that to be the result, right? Also, ain't it funny how you know since like in those 2 games he got his numbers, they still lost, but he got his numbers, and we ain't heard a soundbite from AJ Brown about the offense struggling.
Yeah.
Like, ain't that kind of
And,
funny? Like,
and he's the one getting 2 touchdowns a game.
right?
Like
And
he was the only one who scored for the Eagles.
I'm
I
yeah,
believe.
I'm picking I'm picking the Eagles in this one just because Justin Herbert is injured and we don't know how the week's gonna play out for him. Like if you're a backup quarterback for the Chargers, I'd hate for my start to be against a very
Trey Lance is their backup.
yeah. I would hate for my start to be a pissed off Philadelphia team.
Yeah,
All
for
things
sure.
considered.
I mean, my question is
Yes.
Saquon fine?
Yeah, I don't think he's dealing with any
Get
kind of.
Saquon going, and Billy will win this. I mean, they got enough from the Pats game to get a couple in the air against the Bears, and we keep talking about Herbert and Chargers. I mean, they're can be a hit or miss at times. Give me the Philadelphia
Yeah.
Eagles.
Yeah, 100%. Teams on a bye this week. We got the New England Patriots, the New York Football Giants, the San Francisco 49ers, and the Carolina Panthers. So thank you very much for checking us out here at Prime Sports World. Let us know what you think of our predictions down in the comments section. This has been our Week 13 Monday Night Football recap and Week number 14 preview. So thank you very much for joining us. I'm, of course, your host, David On Point Huffman. I'm joined by my co-host, Mr. T.J. Hopkins, Mr. Matthew James, and from the Daily Blitz blog, Mr. Christian Simpson. And gentlemen, what do we do here at the Prime, my friends?
Bring the heat.
Yes, sir. We bring the heat. We'll be back here tomorrow with Fantasy Football Weekly, and then on Friday with College Football Showdown. You want to miss any of that content? Stay safe and peace out. This has been Prime Sports World. Yeah, well, I don't have to worry about that too much here in California. But
All right, guys, be safe.
See y'all later.